Well, I know I'm the only thing, and one little giving away the Dodger tickets to standing between you and dinner, so I know how to read a room. I'm going to make this quick, but I really want to say a few important things. The first one is I just want to add my congratulations to Adrian, to BMO, and all the inspiring clients. How great were all the folks that got up here and talked? And you know, it's not easy to stand up in front of this crowd. You know, people get a little nervous, and some of those folks have never spoken before. I think they did a great job. And then I just want to say, I want to thank all of our amazing sponsors, our event co-chairs, Jeff Paul and Rick Powell. And then I want to just take a moment and thank the JVS SoCal staff. If everyone who works at JVS, could you just stand up real quick? All the JVS employees that helped pull this off. And then many of you return phone calls from Randy Lappin. I think probably a few of you talked to Randy. I want to thank Randy for his leadership here. And we have a fantastic executive leadership team at JVS. And Ernesto Calzado could not be here tonight, but Kim Fedrick's here, Sue Borrego, and the Chief Development Officer who oversees the team that puts this together, Colette Black, is here. I just want to thank all of them for their leadership. So as I said, I'll keep this short, but I want to share with you a few numbers before we go and talk about where we're headed. I don't know if you know this, but Americans now owe $1.77 trillion in student loan debt. That's $600 billion more than all the U.S. credit card debt in this country combined. The average graduate who borrowed leaves school with about $30,000 in debt before they ever got a first paycheck after their graduation. In 2019, 55% of high school students went straight to a four-year college. Last year, just 35%. That's not a small shift. It's a sea change. Young people aren't rejecting education. They're rejecting debt that doesn't reliably lead to a career. So consider this. 76% of career training graduates say their education was worth more than the cost. Among four-year college graduates who borrowed, just 22%. Now layer on a second force reshaping work in our country and the world, artificial intelligence. Now, the usual worry that we're hearing talked about all the time in the media is that AI will take jobs, and it will take some jobs, and others will probably be created. But the data says something different and sharper. AI is taking jobs, it's taking the learning curve. Let me say that again. AI isn't taking jobs, it's taking the learning curve. The entry-level tasks that used to build careers like administrative support work that taught people how organizations actually function are exactly the tasks that AI now does well. For young people without a strong network or financial cushions, that first job was never just a paycheck. It was the on-ramp to a career. And as those tasks shift to AI, we have to ask what replaces that on-ramp. Or we risk leaving a generation that's going to be locked out from our economy. And this is why JVS SoCal is changing our approach to workforce training. Under the leadership of Sue Borrego, who's the president of our newly created JVS SoCal Institute for Career Opportunity, we're building the next generation of training which will pair technical skills with things that only humans can do, like exercising judgment, building trust, adapting, and leading into the future. Our Imaging Works program is the model for what's next. In partnership with RadNet, we built what I call Earn and Learn, paid training from day one at $21 an hour with no debt, a state certification in 11 weeks, a job at the end. And across our first 6 cohorts in the last 18 months, over 7,000 people have applied. Nearly 200 have graduated. More than 120 are working today, most of them at RadNet. The model works, and now we're expanding it into banking, other healthcare professions, and property management and the trades. JVS SoCal was founded in 1931. I love our history, and it's what attracted me to this organization. Founded in 1931 in the Great Depression by people who were facing economic insecurity. And we have seen all kinds of economic upheaval before, during, and now in our 95-year history. But I really believe that JVS SoCal, as an organization and institution in this community, we were built for this moment. We were built for this moment of change, but we can't do it alone. So to those of you that are employers in this room, we're your talent pipeline through Earn and Learn programs. We will upskill your existing workforce through Upskillin' Ventures, our new SoCal enterprise that can create custom curriculum for you and your company. And we're a thought partner on the AI and the changing workforce. Los Angeles County has 10 million people with extraordinary potential. What JVS SoCal provides, I believe, is the connective tissue between potential and opportunity. As our friend said from BMO earlier, opportunity is often not present everywhere, but talent is present everywhere. And what we do is we identify talent that sometimes lives in wastelands and lack of opportunity, and we put those people to work and give them the skills necessary to get there. And for 95 years, we have been repairing the world and built on that Jewish value of tikkun olam. One person, one career, and one connection at a time. Thank you.